Subscribe to Cooking and Travel by Dr. Papori Barooah and press on the bell icon for all notifications.
Good afternoon everybody and welcome back to my channel to yet another episode where I'm going to show you another special delicacy in the Assamese cuisine, and that's something to do with a particular leafy vegetable which is actually Bhedailotar in Assamese and skunk vine in English. And of course it will also be a mixture of another famous leafy vegetable which is known as a curry patta, or we call it norahingho. These two will go together and will form the base of a very delicious sort of a recipe which will also include many nutritional values in itself. Apart from that, I'll need to make this more delicious. I'm going to use some fish here. This is known as whole Maas in Assamese, and it's what we call something called kat Maas. That is a fish which is very less in its fat content and also something that's very nutritious. We will need one boiled potato. I've just boiled the potatoes so that I can make the gravy richer, and of course we will need some turmeric and some salt and of course some pepper according to your taste, and around 4 pods of garlic and some fenugreek or methi seeds there. Before I begin the recipe, I would like to show you and tell you in fact all the medicinal qualities that we associate with this particular leaf which is known as the Bhedailotar. This particular leaf, we need to know that it's something that helps with the rheumatism. It's very useful for people suffering in rheumatism and of course infertility and paralysis also. It's also very important to do away with all your abdominal pain and arthritis and overeating, things like that. Therefore, if you look at it, most of our recipes in Assamese are normally, the Assamese recipes, they are full of medicinal qualities, and this is one very important ingredient or important leafy vegetable which we always normally include in our recipes. One more thing that I would like to talk about is the medicinal qualities of what we call curry patta or norahingho. This norahingho or curry patta can heal wounds, may help also to lose your weight, and it also helps in keeping stock of your diabetes problems and sharpens your memory. Now, if you look at it like this, what are the, it's so much full of nutritional values that you really love to include it in your diet, or in fact in your lunch and dinner. So let me show you how I go about making the simple recipe. In fact, if I've shown you whatever I've shown you here, we use no spices at all, and yet it's so yummy. Let's try out this dish. First of all, I'm going to smear the pieces of fish there with some turmeric powder and some salt powder and fry them, just fry them, not over fry them in mustard oil. Now, apart from that, I also need to take 2 portions of Bhedailotar or skunk vine and 1 portion of the curry patta or norahingho part. These two will be washed thoroughly, and then we will put in the mixie to get a proper paste of it. This time I'm not planning to use only the juice portion. I really want the entire thing into my curry. Therefore, I'll make a very fine paste of these 2 leaves first. And while I do that, I'm also going to fry up the pieces of fish there. My pieces of fish, they are all very nicely done up, and I have already made a mixture of the curry leaf and the Bhedailotar. Now I'm just going to show you how I go about it. I'm first of all, just in the same oil where I had fried my fishes there, I'm going to put in the fenugreek seeds or the methi seeds and the pods of garlic, 4 pods of garlic there. Also put in some haldi powder there, and smash the pieces of potato into the oil. So I've just fried the potato for some time, and now directly I'm just going to drop in this is the mixture, right? I put some water and the 2 leaves together, and I'll just wait for it to get the first boil. It's as easy as this. I'm just going to put in some salt here according to your taste. You put the salt there, okay, and then you let it boil. And this is a thick gravy. I will of course put in a little bit of water later, but at first now let it boil, get its first heavy boil. I will also cover it. This will make it easier for it to boil. Okay, now we have the boil there, as you can see. Right, it's dark green curry that we have, and now I'm going to throw in the pieces of fish there, and again let both the things come together. That is, the fish will get the flavor of the medicinal juice there, and let it be there. We'll cover it for some time, however, and on medium flame, say around 10 to 12 minutes, let it cook very well. As you can see, the mixture is getting very thick now, so I'll just drop in some water. We haven't used any water, if you remember. We had just given little water and just mixed up the leaves there, but this is the extra water that I've added. Now we'll wait for it to get its boil. I'm putting it on very high flame there, and we'll of course put in also the pepper powder now. Okay, you're going to put in the pepper powder as much as you want. The heat there, I haven't used any source of heat apart from the pepper powder that I'm using now, and the pepper powder will balance the spices here, the flavors of the leaf there. Again, I've covered it, and then let me cook for another, say, 8 to 10 minutes. This is on high flame. So that's my Bhedailotar aro Norohingur Julot Maas, or this is fish in curry patta and skunk leaves. This is a typically Assamese cuisine, and I hope you love it. You'll really love it. I hope you'll give it a like and a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching.